Hello, look at our sweet corn. Hasn't it come on? That's going to need to go out very soon, maybe tomorrow afternoon. It is about 5:45 in the evening, so we've just popped down after Nick finished work because I need his muscles. So we've got tomorrow afternoon planned down here, so I think we'll be planting those out. So they're still in the greenhouse, and I just wanted to show you. Look, I've got a baby chilli. Very excited about that. You know what I'm like with growing chilies. These are the butternut squash. They're doing well. Pumpkins. Basil sprung up too. Right, I have got something else to show you. There's our peas, carrots still. I really need to put those out. I think that's kale. I need to look what that is. And our sweet peas. But I've got something very exciting to show you. Let's go. Look at this. You can tell I'm a cheap date. It doesn't take much to get me excited. This is some blue water pipe and some black netting. And we are going to use this to make hooped frames with nets for our beds. Woohoo! Let's get cracking on that. There's Nick doing the first cut. That looked quite easy. We've stuck some bamboo canes in, only little ones. Oh, we've cut those down as well. Here he goes. Look at that. I think that's a good size arc, don't you? Yeah. Awesome. Now we just need to do it twice more. And then what we did was we used the piece of pipe that we'd already cut as a measure for the next piece. So we'll just do that and get 2 more pieces. The little bookworms come out of the car. Did you finish your book, Rose?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
I have been watching you.
So she's come out to have a go. So every time you measure and cut, you're going to get a very slight discrepancy. So we're using the same arc each time to measure the new piece. Otherwise they'll be getting bigger and bigger or smaller and smaller. So that is one hoop frame done. Looks nice and smart. And we were wondering which other bed to do tonight, and we're going to do this one, as this does keep falling down. It was only meant to be a temporary measure anyway. And if you look, there are telltale signs that something is getting in and having a dig. The onions are all right at the moment, but we're going to protect them. There we go. Doesn't that look nice? So we have a scaffold debris netting to go over these, but I don't have cable ties, which is what I wanted to attach them on with. So we shall get some of those tomorrow. And there's a little hardware store near to us, and they have a table outside their door, and you go and tell them what you want and they go and get it for you. All very social distancing. So join us tomorrow and we shall continue on with this. Right, I've picked some leeks. That's for another video. I'm going to be doing leek and carrot bhajis, so do join me with that. Watch out for that one coming up. We're just going to give a quick water and then we'll be heading for home. And tomorrow one of the things I want to do is put some manure, dig some manure into that laid on the top. We've got some very well rotted horse manure, so that can go on there, and it's so well rotted our sweet corn can go straight into it. Needs hardening off, so we'll do that next couple of days as well. And there he is. doing some watering. Thank goodness we've had some rain recently and it's filled our water butts back up. Rose has gone back to reading, getting out of the watering. I shall go and get her out of the car. Hello, here we are, day 2. Our crops didn't fare too badly for not being protected overnight. What we've done is we have measured the hoops. We've measured, no, my finger, there it is, all the way over, which is 2 meters 20. And unfortunately the scaffold debris netting is 2 meters, so we're going to need that doubled up. Actually, what I might do is cut one down the middle and just cable tie it that way. I'll show you anyway. I'm sorry, I'm thinking out loud. And then what we've done, we've measured up to the center point, along the top and down. We've measured that. That is 3.5 meters. So what we have done, Rosie's sunbathing on the netting. So we've measured out 350 and I've done 6 lots because hopefully I'll be able to do the beetroot bed. Now nothing eats anything that's in there, so this is not to protect the bed from any creatures eating it, but down here, as you would have seen in our other videos, we have a fox that likes to use the raised beds as a toilet box, and we also have pheasants which like to use the raised beds as dust baths. The pheasants don't do too much damage, to be honest, but I'm sick of digging out fox poo. So that's what we're going to do right now. We'll come back when Rose has finished her snack. Right, when you get the scaffold debris netting, it comes folded in half. And what I've done on the halfway mark, there's this kind of hoops. We'll try and do this one-handed. See the little holes there? That's just off of halfway. You can kind of see where the crease is. So what I've done is we've got our 3.5 meters length, and then, all right, donut, I cut another one and I've cut it in half because we won't need 4 meters wide and 3 meters will be more than enough. So our seam won't be along the top center of the beds, but you know, we can live with that to save some netting. So I'm going to lay them out side by side and I'll show you how we're going to put them together. Okay, what we've done is we've laid out the 2 meter one from here, and the other side just got onto the plastic there, and then the 1 meter one we've put from there over to there, just so we've got access to the seam, and we've overlapped them. You can see this is the edge of the 2 meter one, and that's there. Just done it by a few inches. And what we're going to do, it's quite hard one-handed. Rose, can you just video my hands for me, please? Thank you, darling.
I've got 16 cable ties to tie this together.
Wow, but we've got a lot more than that in the packet.
Yeah, we had 100.
So we're just going to get them together and just roll it round. Are you getting this on camera? All right. So we've got it like a bunch there, okay? And then we're just going to cable tie it together. Okay? And then we're going to work our way along every few inches, putting more cable ties in. Okay?
Yeah.
So we've zip tied those together, and now Rose is just cutting the ends of these zip ties off so they're not all sticking up. Right, what we have done is we've moved the net over to our hoops and we've centralised it, and now we're going to start zip tying it. So that's the first one done in the centre, and then we're going to go over to the, Rose, go over to the far end. Actually, I'd better go around that side, because we're just going to make sure. Hang on a minute, darling. Hang on a minute. That means hang on a minute. Right, okay. Just make sure that was central. Awesome, great job.
Number 2.
Now can we have one in the middle as well? Do you think you can reach the middle?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, where's the zip line?
Oh, they're in my hand.
You silly. Donkey.
There we go. You can see in our shadows, we've got our sun hats on today.
Yeah.
And our sun cream.
Yeah, I've got my warm juice.
Go all the way through. Try not to lean on the pipe. Use your tummy muscles to hold yourself up.
Oh, it's for some gymnastics.
Wear some gymnastics. Excellent. Yeah, so stay safe out there. It's sunny. Don't forget your sun cream and your sun hats.
Yep.
Wash your hands. Stay indoors. What a big list of things. Right. Come on then, what we're going to do now, I won't video all of this. What we're going to do is we're just going to put a couple down, and what we'll do one end, then come back here just to make sure that it's taut, and then using the zip ties, what this means is that you can just slide the net up when you want to get in and harvest and weed and things. Okay, so we're going to do that and then we will come back and show you.
Thank goodness.
Here we go. We have put all the cable ties on the hoops. Now we are left with this bit here. I don't know if I can do this one-handed. What we're going to do is we're going to pull it in. Off the net, please, darling. Right. I'm going to actually, Rose, can you video?
Yeah.
Just video the net here. Watch the screen so you can see what you're doing. So we're just going to gather it in and give it a twist. You see? And then I'm going to pop a cable tie in. Thank you. Try and make it in the middle. So I've got a wobbly camera assistant, it would seem. Okay. Rose, can you watch what you're videoing, please? It's getting bigger as we are bunching down, yeah.
That looks like rain over there. On this, because it glimmers.
Ah.
The camera picks it up like that.
Right, keep that still. Sorry, viewers. Don't get an 8-year-old to video. There we go. I've moved our sign over because it was central and this big thick black bit of gathered netting is in the way. And then what I've done is I've just rolled up the netting, tucked it inside, and then I've used old trampoline springs as weights just to hold it down, and try and make it look a bit tidier. So thanks to Tony from Little Farmer's Farm for that tip, and indeed for the cable tie tip, because we would have just used string, I imagine, which wouldn't have lasted as long, and it wouldn't have been so easy to, you just take the weights off and then you just slide these up so you can get in either side when you're trying to weed. You know, just move them up when you're trying to weed in that. And the black netting I saw on, I think it was Magic Mick, old McDarby's farm. He was building a tunnel with the trampolines, and he was using scaffold debris netting, and I noticed that with the black there's kind of an optical illusion where it's a lot more see-through than if you use the green, as you can see on the camera. So that's why we've gone with the black. You can see a lot clearer into it. Right, now we're just going to gather up the other end and put some weights in on that side and see what we've got to go down the lengths of the bed to weight that down, because I don't think we've got enough trampoline springs. We'll have a look. Okay, there we go, all finished, looking very smart. Now that was the last of my trampoline springs, so for the next tunnel we will have to find something else. I've got some strips of wood, some bits of cut-offs and that, so we can use those as weights. But it's looking really good. Now for the next one. Well, as you can see, we didn't put the net over the second hoop tunnel there. We just didn't have time. People came to the allotment, there was some excitement about an ice cream van, which we couldn't find. And so long story short, it didn't get done. So we're just off home to get some dinner. So I'm going to leave you with a shot of our lovely comfrey. The bees have been buzzing around it today. It's such a pretty plant as well as useful. In one of our past videos we have made some comfrey tea, showing you how to do that. It's an excellent feed. Right, so that is it all from me today. We're going to get some dinner. I hope you're all staying safe. Still stay indoors. I know they're going to lift the there's talk of them lifting the restrictions and the lockdown. We've got to be careful of that second wave of infection though, haven't we? So stay sensible and don't forget your sunscreen. Take care everybody. Bye bye.